I 35, M caught my girlfriend 30, F, who is a counselor, cheating on me with a patient. This is a lot and I'm sorry. I just really need an outside opinion from people who can't say anything. For story purposes, I'm in IT and she's a counselor at a methadone clinic. So a few weeks ago, for the first time in months, my girlfriend went out with her brother to drink at the city fair. They were together up until midnight and when he went to the bathroom she took off. He tried calling her 10 times and sending a GPS request and she denied or ignored them all. I was at home with that kid sleeping and when I was getting a bottle at 3 a.m. she came stumbling and drunk. I could tell something was off. She didn't give me a kiss or anything and snuck down to the bedroom downstairs. The next day I asked her what happened and she says she met up with a coworker who was having a bonfire. Okay, whatever, why didn't you bring your brother? Blah blah, little fishy, but I brushed it off and moved on. Fast forward a few days and she says I can't bring her lunches anymore, which I have been doing for the last year or two, and then she proceeds to turn her friends list private to only see mutual friends between people. Started to get more suspicious and I brought it up and she says I don't want to talk about it again, I did nothing wrong and I have nothing more to say about it. Wow. So next week rolls around I start taking action. If I'm wrong I'm an asshole, if I'm right then I'm justified. I had her Facebook login info and I took an old phone and activated it with location sharing and stashed it in her car. Weekend comes around and she's talking about going to the beach with a girlfriend that she can only communicate with on Facebook. I look at the messages and she's lying, there are no messages from her. I confront her about lying straight to my face about it and she denies and calls me a creep and an asshole. So I leave and she has to stay and watch the kids. The very next day, we talk and kind of hash things out and she proceeds to ask me to go to the beach again. I say fine, whatever. She kind of makes jokes about me wanting to know where she is by sending me snap pictures at every stop, mall, tanning bed, etc. She ends up going to the back until 9:30 at night. No updates, then she goes to a restaurant. No updates. So I decide to go pie. I take my parents' car and post up 5 spots over with view of the door. She comes walking out with a guy and I confront them. No tears, no apologies, no denials. Look this guy up on Facebook and get his name and cap him. He has a 2-page rap sheet including battery and domestic issues, meth possession, disorderly, etc. I find out he's a patient of hers the next day and they have been having sessions for 6 months. I have the opportunity to get revenge and I'm having a hard time not reporting her to her boss and getting her license revoked. Tell me why I shouldn't, besides that we have 2 kids together. TLDR. Caught girlfriend cheating on me with a patient and she's a counselor. Really want to get her fired and punished but the kids would suffer. Thoughts? She's going to harm more people than you with her unethical behavior. You're going to do great with the kids. Drop the hammer. The lack of ethics. She deserves her just desserts. Report her and then drop her. I don't even consider it revenge. It's unethical for her to have a personal relationship with a patient. Her behavior all around is alarming. It needs to be reported. The kids will suffer, regardless, I hate to say, but that's due to her choices. I'm sorry this is happening to you and the kids, but please report her. She knew what the policies were and chose to violate them. Are you trying to say she cheated in the least sneaky way possible? I, 18F. Have discovered my brother, 20M, has been stealing my bras and ejaculating on them. I'm feeling quite overwhelmed and a bit sick at the moment, so please forgive me if something doesn't come across clearly. This all began around 3 months ago when I realized that a few of my bras were missing. I didn't think much of this, thinking they might have ended up mixed with my sister's laundry or misplaced during the wash. But earlier today I noticed that my favorite and most comfortable bra was missing. I wanted to wear it so I searched throughout the house. I checked my sister's drawer but it wasn't there. I looked through my mom's drawer and I still couldn't find it. I decided to search through my dad's and my brother's drawers just in the chance they had somehow ended up there. While there was nothing in my dad's drawer, at the bottom of my brother's drawer, I found my bra, but also all the other missing bras. To my utter horror, each of them was clearly stained with dried semen and I wanted to throw up. The disgust I felt was overwhelming, and even now, I still gag thinking about it. It's just so disgusting, especially since it's my own brother. I've attempted to confront my brother through texting calling him, but he's ignoring me, because he has definitely seen my messages. He's spending the night at his girlfriend's place and will be back tomorrow. I tried to talk to my parents about this, but they don't care. they said that I'm an adult, I should handle it with my brother on my own. So, it seems I'm left to deal with this situation by myself. I'm overwhelmed with feelings of violation and disgust, and I'm at a loss for what to do. I can't move out. I'm currently without a job and dependent on my parents for money. I'm at a loss. I don't know how my parents just don't care, and I'm honestly scared for when my brother comes home. The only person here for me is my sister, who thinks my brother is a disgusting creep. If anyone has any advice, it would be appreciated, because I don't know what to. I don't think I can bear to look at my brother. I just feel so disgusted. How do I go about confronting my brother? Is there any way for me to feel safe in my own house again? Too long did not read. I discovered my brother has been stealing my bras for 3 months now and ejaculating on them. Parents are no help, and I don't know what to do. Your parents are definitely failing you. Explode on them. What an utter violation. Tell his girlfriend. You should take a picture of them and send it to his girlfriend. I wonder if you could file a police report. Thinking face. What? I'd be telling his girlfriend. You're his sister. That's disgusting. Tell the girlfriend, and suggest to your sister to lock her bras up in case he decides to use hers now he's been found out face vomiting. 30F, caught husband, 33M, in a lie confused. My husband and I have been together for over 7 years. He has never lied to me that I am aware of, and also has never done anything to break my trust. Am I wrong to be upset about this? Yesterday, he went to the dog park without me, and later that evening told me that while our dog was playing with this woman's dog, who was there with her BF, and she was talking to him a lot, and ended up asking for his number to set up dog play dates since our dogs had been apparently getting along so well. He told me she was kind of weird and that he didn't give her his number. I did not think anything more of the situation until later that evening he got a text on his phone and asked me to check who it was. It said, maybe, girl's name, showing her red heart the message. I was like, who is this? And he was like, oh and acted confused, and then opened it up and I saw she said, it was nice to meet you, can't wait for future puppy play dates, to which he replied, sounds good, and she red heart the message. Instantly I was annoyed, irritated because of the lie. He then proceeded to get mad at me, saying he didn't want to tell me because this is how I would react. All I really even said was, what the fuck, why did you lie to me, that's weird, and he deleted the conversation and said, happy now? I will admit that I can be slightly jealous at times due to being cheated on in a previous relationship, but not to the point of anger or trying to control him speaking to another woman. Anyways, he got very, very angry and says he is upset with me now for me thinking he would cheat on me? I never ever brought that up or said that. I said I was angry about the lie, and all he will say now is that I am questioning his faithfulness. He won't even listen to me when I try to explain and just continues to get angry. I feel hurt and confused, and I am not sure what to think. I guess I was needing to vent, so thank you if you read this all. I hope I am explaining this well. I am lacking in sleep due to being awake all night with our newborn sad face. Oh man, there's a baby involved? Good fucking luck. I'm so sorry you are going through this. Red heart lying is the worst trait of all, big red flag. He goes behind your back to pursue a relationship with a woman without telling you. Him telling you that he didn't tell you because you would get mad is gaslighting. He knew you would be mad because he is well aware that he crossed your boundaries. Him being angry at you now is emotional immaturity. Instead of him acknowledging his faults and taking responsibility for his actions, he is making himself the victim. People who lie and does things behind your back will probably do it again, especially since he is not acknowledging his wrongful behavior. Is it weird that he replied to her? Even though he says that he had no intentions of ever meeting her? Him getting angry is a tactic to keep you from discussing things like an adult. I think he's the one who brought up cheating because that's on his mind. Me thinks he does protest too much. 26F. Don't know how to handle my 27M boyfriend making monkey jokes about my mixed dad. I have been with my boyfriend for a year now and he recently moved in with me. We generally have a great relationship. He's sweet, attentive and goes out of his way to make me happy, which I adore. The problem is that he seems overly invested in my ethnicity. He's white and I'm a quarter black. My dad is half black and my mom is white. I pass as white 9 months of the year, not a lot of sun where I live. But my dad does not pass. My boyfriend makes the odd racist joke when it's just the two of us but is usually complimentary. I love black women, or, I hope our kids has your complexion. The incident happened earlier this week when we were out with a group of all-white friends. He pulled out his phone and found a picture of a gorilla and then loudly said, "Hey, this is your dad," showing it to everyone. Everybody laughed. I did too because I didn't want to cause a scene and ruin the evening for everybody, but I was furious. It is one thing to make a joke about me, but it feels different when the joke is about my dad. I feel like he crossed the line and intentionally disrespected my family and me in front of our friends. I pulled him aside afterwards and asked him not to make that kind of joke ever again. He apologized for hurting my feelings, and said that he wouldn't, but also defended himself by saying that my reaction was strange as I too will make racist jokes and have never reacted badly before, so he thinks it's a bit hypocritical of me to tell him off, when I do it too. I admit that I make racist jokes too, but I feel like mine are more along the lines of, "My mom always drives, because my dad tends to be pulled over" kind of joke, which I feel is different somehow. I need advice. Is this surface level a single bad joke situation, or is it indicative of deep-seated racism that should make me rethink the entire relationship? Dump this fool. He utterly crossed the line and you should leave him. This racist, joking, is still racist as fuck. Dump him. And fast. The fact that he is comfortable saying those kinds of things regarding your ethnicity is a red flag. Moreover, as you said, he disrespected your family. He thinks that he cannot be considered racist as he's obviously dating a person of color maybe? Try to ask yourself, would I let my daughter or my sister go out with a guy that says this kind of things about me? Plus you mentioned you also did those kind of joke. The one you cited is a whole lot different. You joked about a legit problem that can happen and your family is legit prone to it. That's way different. He compared your dad to a gorilla. In what way is that funny? It's not a joke. It is just plain racist. He is disgusting. Don't date racists. Your jokes are acknowledging a truth about a biased systems. His are dehumanizing you and your father. He's racist. And extra creepy, he's fetishizing you.